Thank you for turning to page 121.
Welcome back to page 121. Today we're going to take a look at a couple of the stranger odds and ends in my collection. I'm going to start with the monster cards, which were published by TSR in very late 81 through 82. Set number 1, it's around here somewhere. I just haven't been able to locate it. I think it's in storage. But I have sets 2, 3, and 4. And as you can see, these were just little packs that had all the monsters listed below. This set 1, set 2, set 3, set 4 had all the monsters listed below. The idea behind these monster cards were that they were aids for the DM. You would be able to show your player characters a picture. I'll put a couple up. So we have a mummy and a Freety and a Periton. So you'd be able to show them a picture, and then on the back of the card had all the stats for the monster as well as where it appears. Monster Manual page 72. This one is Monster Manual page 37, and the Periton Monster Manual page 78. So the idea was that you would take your stack of these, which it is a stack. You would take these and have them next to you while you DM'd. And then you could pull them out at a moment's notice. You show them to the players. The players would know instantly what the monster looked like, and you would have all the stats you needed. I have to admit, I was very excited when I bought these, simply because I was a new DM at the time. I'd only been DMing about a year and a half when these came out. I was also brand new to DMing in Greyhawk. I'd started my Greyhawk campaign of January of 82. And I was also a new DM at a local club that we had. I started DMing there in late 81 and drew a lot of people to my table. I usually DM'd between 10 and 12 players per game. So I thought, well, these would be perfect. I'll just be able to pull this out, show everybody what the monster looks like, and there's all the stats and I'm ready to go. It worked that way, except when you exhausted the monsters that were in the sets. There weren't all that many. You would go through the monsters, and it had a good smattering of monsters. There's a lizard man, a centaur, and a bugbear. But the problem was, once you were through the monsters, these cards kind of became less and less useful. So I do like them. I want to say that I paid $6 a pack for them back in the day. And I was really excited when I first got them, and I actually did use them for the first 2 or 3 years I owned them. I probably used them through about 1983. Comments on the packs, they were a very innovative idea. I liked it. I was disappointed in the artwork. No offense to anybody who did the artwork, but this was not D&D artwork that I was used to this point. I'm a big fan of the original D&D artwork, and this artwork just looked a little different to me. Just a little strange. Again, a couple more samples. There's a Merlith. I think this is an Alu Demon. Succubus. Sorry about that. And this guy is a Windwalker. So not the artwork that was really being put out by TSR at the time. I thought it was a strange choice to depart so fully from the artwork they had been publishing. But still, they had their uses. And for sentimental reasons, I absolutely like them. So now I'm putting out a vampire, a koala, and a treant. I want to see what this koala's deal is. It's a Zorbo, sorry. And it was a new monster to this. Okay, I'd forgotten about that. They actually did have a couple of monsters that were new to this set of cards. Another reason for you to buy them. The Zorbo, I believe, made it into Monster Manual 2. So there's a smattering of them. A good offering. I kind of wish they'd stayed more with the artwork that they had been doing to that point. I did like that they were in color. They were affordable. You got about 24 monsters per pack. So for $6, you were paying about a quarter a monster. Well, you got about, right around 20. Okay. 20 monsters in set 4. Let's see what set 3 offered. 20. Okay, so it's 20 for $6. So, pretty good bargain. And I realize that there are products like this that have come out for various games over the years. I think there's even something similar to this for 5th edition now. I'm not a 5th edition player, so don't hold me to that. But it was an interesting innovation for the game. And as I said, it was useful to a point, but between the 4 sets, you're only getting cards for 80 monsters. As anybody who's DM'd for any length of time will tell you, you'll exhaust that pretty quickly. Okay, I'm going to go on to my next little odd bit that I got. I bought this at a local flea market a few years ago. And it's the Dungeon of Dread official D&D jigsaw puzzle. This was out in 1982 also from TSR and is just a jigsaw puzzle. So I bought it. I think I paid $2 for this at the time, which is about 5 years ago, and considered myself quite fortunate to have found it. It was open when I bought it, so I immediately came home and put it together, and what do you know, all the pieces are there. So this is just a neat little literal flea market find for around $2. And the last little odd bit I want to show today it's the only one of these I own. These are the creatures that they put out in 1983. Basically a set of action figures. The idea was that you would buy the various action figures and then play with them. I was in my early 20s back then. I wasn't looking for toys to play with. I was spending enough money on other D&D stuff. So I wasn't big into these. But I found this one at Godzilla Fest about 3 years ago. I think I paid $4 for it. And I counted myself very lucky to have found it. This is a Roper. The Raging Roper, mind you. It's just nice. Obviously, this is a Toys R Us clearance at some point. And here's the back of the packaging, which shows some of the other monsters that are available. Some of these are still available online. They're not real expensive. They can be, but they're not horribly expensive. This is just an oddment in my collection. I bought it because it was cheap. This is nothing that I was looking to collect even back then. I really had no interest in the toys per se because, as I said, I was older. I was more interested in anything that would help me as a gamer or a DM. So that's it. Just a couple of weird things in my collection. I'm going to go ahead and I have a few more that I've got to take out of storage. And I'll show those in a future video maybe. And that's it from page 121 today. I just want to say thank you again for watching. If you have any comments or you had these toys or cards, let me know. And if you like what you saw, please like and subscribe. I'll see you next time on page 121.
Well, that closes the book on another episode of page 121. Please leave your comments below, and if you enjoyed what you saw, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.